Hello friends, the IPO season is now back in full swing. You've got a number of IPOs which are coming. As retail investors, we put our hard-earned money in IPOs in the hope of listing gains. Now, given our busy schedule, we will never be able to have the time to read an annual report in great detail, go through the DRHP, which is the draft red herring prospectus, go through the credit rating reports, or maybe talk to market participants. It becomes quite a task for anyone to do all this kind of analysis. And hence, I came up based on my 10 years of investing in IPOs, and I've invested in a lot of IPOs. The first IPO that I invested in was Coal India, way back more than a decade ago. No, that was like 2010 October, so it's like a decade now, and I earned good money out of that. And I've lost a lot of money in IPOs, made a lot of money in IPOs, and this is my four P's which I have. So now we have Happiest Minds Technologies coming. Its gray market premium is 50% of the issue price, so you must invest in that IPO. Then Root Mobile, I have not analyzed it so much, but I know for sure that Angel Broking is going to be a good one. And then CAMS, Computer Age Management Systems, which is the registrar for mutual funds. UTI AMC, one of the oldest mutual fund companies in the country. All of these IPOs are coming, and therefore, how can we quickly analyze a particular IPO? One is the promoter. Boss, it is very clear that you need to look at that. Who is the promoter? How long has he been in the business? How has he been ethical in conduct with business stakeholders? And that will be a good indicator of whether that company is going to create wealth for shareholders. So for example, we know that the promoter of Happiest Minds Technologies had already formed a very good company which was eventually sold to L&T Infotech. That person has spent a long period of time with Wipro Technologies, and therefore you know that yes, this promoter is someone who is honest, who is ethical, who will create value for people, as compared to that fly by night operator who would have just brought an IPO to exit the company and then disappear. And there have been a lot of Z script category companies in the country which have diminished because only of the promoter. So corporate governance is my very important parameter. Look at a promoter, how powerful he is. For example, I had once invested in a company called Endurance Technologies IPO. Its promoters were the nephews of the Bajaj Auto family. And you know that with that kind of a family relationship, you've always got secure orders for the output of your manufacturing plants. And I made some money on that IPO. So one is promoter. The second is to you need to understand that where the company earns its profits from. So what is the revenue cost cycle for the company? So IRCTC, why does it make a lot of profits? Because every time someone does ticketing in our country, IRCTC stands to make some money out of it. Its cost does not move in a linear fashion because internet based businesses, the cost will not move so much as revenue. So therefore growth can be humongous with the kind of demographic dividends that India has. So for example, CAMPS, I like this company from a business model perspective because very strong entry barriers. You have just Carvey and CAMPS. Carvey is already down in the reputation. So growth is going to happen like phenomenal for mutual funds. Every time you make a mutual fund transaction, it has to be routed through the registrar. Cost will not move in that proportion, so the margins are going to improve. In IT also, you need to strongly look at how much is the employee cost, how much is the lease cost in terms of the infrastructure cost. And now with COVID, work from home happening, a lot of companies saying that we are going to permanently shift to work from home, margins are going to get even better for IT companies. So these are things that you need to understand, that is there a strong economic moat. Entry barriers, so for example Pidilite, very strong entry barriers, almost a very high market share, no incumbent can come so quickly. The third one, P, is the price at which the share is being offered, whether it is gold, diamond, silver, copper. Anything in the world which is very precious is precious only as long as it is available at a reasonable price. So you need to look at things like price to earnings, you need to look at things like price to book. Just compare with the market participants. So if it's an IT company, compare it with the large ones, TCS, Wipro, Infosys. Compare it with the mid-sized ones like L&T Infotech, KPIT, IT Cummins, and you will get a fair understanding of whether it is expensive or reasonably priced. A very important concept will be gray market premium. Now for retail investors, it's like a lottery. If you know that gray market premium is quoting very high, you can just blindly apply into this company like Happiest Minds. If the gray market premium is 50% of the issue price, you know that you are going to make money out of it. Somehow this really captures all that analysis which you would otherwise make about the company. And the fourth P is the utilization of the proceeds of the IPO. So this is a very good technical point that whether it is a private equity guy who just wants to exit and make a huge profit, not a single rupee from the IPO is going to come into the company. Compare this with another situation where whatever is the money which the company raises through the IPO, it is going to invest for the company's growth. Let's say invest in new manufacturing technologies, manufacturing plants, and therefore earn a greater earnings per share and therefore a higher dividends per share. So this is like a technical point, very good to understand that what is the utilization of that proceeds. Now, if you have not had a trading and demat account so far, I would recommend 5paisa.com. The promoters are very strong. Prem Vatsal of Fairfax Holdings and then Nirmal Jain of India Infoline. 0% brokerage, almost like a technology led discount broking model. You save like 90% on your brokerage. And they got even fantastic things like integration with Google Pay. They've got this young Vestor account for people less than 25 years of age, youngsters who want to invest for the first time in the market. So the plans are attractive, almost like 0% brokerage, a flat fee of let's say 20 rupees, and then further premium plans they have. You get access to a lot of research, for example, swing trader and smart investors, small case, etc. And one concept which I really liked about 5paisa is that for people who register on their website, and those guys get access to this one concept in 1 minute. Their 5paisa school, a lot of learning outcomes on equity, technical analysis, mutual funds, derivatives, taxation, commodities, currency. So whether you're traveling, you're in lunch break, waiting for someone, every little break that you can study for a minute just strengthen your financial knowledge. So friends, today's lesson was about IPO analysis, and I hope that you know these things like price plus GMP, utilization proceeds, and then profits is equal to revenue minus cost into 1 plus growth and the promoter. These things are going to be your guiding factors when you invest in these upcoming IPOs, and therefore I wish you the very best, and I hope you can make some good money in this COVID times from these IPOs. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please share it with your near and dear ones.